Today I am in Ada, Michigan. I'm right downtown Ada, and it is a gorgeous day out here in Michigan. And in this video, we're gonna be talking about the pros and cons of living in Grand Rapids and the West Michigan area in general. And it's coming up right now. Yes, it is a beautiful day, and today I'm in Ada, downtown. It's a beautiful day in West Michigan. I'm your local West Michigan real estate agent, so if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the West Michigan area in general, I'm your guy. I can definitely help you out. I've helped hundreds of people buy and sell homes in the West Michigan area over the past 10 years, and I'd love to help you too. But today, we're gonna talk about some of the pros and cons of living in Grand Rapids and the West Michigan area in general. I get a lot of messages from people all the time who just wanna know more about the West Michigan area. I wish that I had the ability to transplant you here or teleport you here just so you can get a feel for the environment here, because so many people that move here absolutely love it. I've not had a single person say, you know, I regret moving to Michigan. Everyone here is either still here or absolutely loves it, and they're on their way back because it's such a great place to move when it comes to community, when it comes to economy. There's so many great things about the area, and I want to get into the number one pro right now, which is going to be the affordable housing market. Number one, housing market in homes where you want to live is everything. They say a house ain't a home till you make it that. So in this area, a lot of people look forward to the housing because they move here from other bigger areas and they end up saving 20, 50% on their living expenses as they come to the area, and rightfully so. I feel like a lot of the area is underdeveloped and they're still building out a lot of different areas. So reach out to me and I'll tell you what areas you can get into right away that you're absolutely going to love. Because one of my main things that I always say is going to be different strokes for different folks. So whether you like vineyards, you like the wine and cheese, or you like the street lights, whatever you like, this is definitely going to be something you don't want to miss out on as you're weighing out your pros and cons. All right, now the median average of a home in America is right around the $420,000 mark. And in the West Michigan area, we're seeing at about $340,000. So if you're considering moving to most other areas, you're gonna see a significant difference in your living expenses as you're coming out to the area. A lot of people wanna be in that $250 to $350 range, and that's just the sweet spot, that's just the hot spot. But people who are looking over the $350 range are seeing easier transactions as they're coming out here. I actually had a person from the channel call me and ask me a little bit more about how they can get into a home if the market's hot, what they can do to position themselves to get into the home that they want, and they were at that $300 to $350 range. I definitely let them know that they may have some challenges, but at the same time, with the right strategy and working with the right seller and seller's agent, we can get you into the home that you absolutely love. All right, now when it comes to the rental market, it's a little steeper. It's gonna be more in line with the national average of rent rates. Rent rates are really high because right now we don't have a ton of people that are absolutely serious and happy about selling their home. So with the availability of the rental units, a lot of people who are in demand, they really want these homes. They want to move into comfortable areas, and they're just competitive. Now, that's going to be specifically designed around where you want to move. Location, location, location. If you're considering renting for a little while before you move out here, that's totally understandable. But knowing that ahead of time, that the rent rates are just as high. I had some clients who moved to town and they actually like, you know what, it's gonna be a little bit cheaper for us to purchase than it is to rent, and we're definitely gonna be there within 2 years, so we have to pay those capital gains. So that's something to really consider as you're moving out here. Now, when it comes to groceries and things like that, we have no sales tax on dry goods in the grocery store, which is a huge perk. So a lot of people save money there. Another thing is, I've even put a video of the cost of living of the Grand Rapids and West Michigan area that you can watch. I'm gonna put it somewhere around this video so that you can check it out and know exactly what those expenses are gonna be for you as you're making your move out. Okay, so up next is con number one of living in the West Michigan area and in Grand Rapids, and it's going to be the harsh winter weather. Yes, we do get a lot of snow. We get about 64 inches on average every single winter. The national average is 28. So we easily double that. when it comes to moving to the West Michigan area, it's good to know how to stay warm, what you need to do to prepare yourself for the wintertime, especially if you're coming from a place down south or you haven't lived in snow like that before. It's really important to understand that it does get cold here, it does get snowy, but us people who love the snow, we love to ski, we love going ice skating. We have so many activities throughout the winter time as you're making your way out that you literally get lost in the winter, and before you know it, the sun shines back out. So that's a really good thing, positive and a negative, but it's a con because some people who are unprepared or don't really think about that, when they're coming to the West Michigan area, they get dumped on. They're like, you know, this is a horrible experience, and we don't want that to happen for you. So I appreciate you taking the time to check out con number one, and it's definitely got to be those winter weather. Now, I don't want to forget to mention that as you come out, we have these harsh winters. They have a lot of these salt trucks that plow and clean everything out. Different subdivisions have different landscaping companies that actually take care of it, so you don't really have to worry about getting stuck in your house. Another thing is, with those salt trucks, you do get some corrosion on some of the cars. So when I was visiting Tennessee, I was looking around, I was like, you know, there's not very many cars with rust on them, or no matter where you're from, you might not see a lot of rust, but out here you do get rusty cars because a lot of that salt eats away at it. So it's important for you to actually get a good car wash, you know, make sure you keep your car clean and up to date. I know I have one of those memberships, you get the little tag on your car and you can just drive right through. So it's a really big perk when you're in the wintertime, knowing that that salt is there, taking really good care of your car, and things that actually could rust is something that we're well prepared for as you're coming out to the West Michigan area, and that's going to be con number one. All right, pro number two is going to be the thriving job markets that are out here. I really love highlighting this because, for example, when people are starting a new business and people are starting new ventures, or people are getting into a new job, a lot of times in different areas it's too competitive and they don't get the support that they need. But one thing I really love about the West Michigan area is going to be that support, the community support. It's really great to know that people around here want to see the best in everyone, you know, and you'll know right away, you know, some people here are just straightforward and honest with you, and they'll say, hey, you know, this is, you know, they would suggest things, or they'll demand things, or, you know, want things from your company and kind of keep you in the right position. So you'll know if it's a good venture sooner or later. But if it is something that's really good, that's going for you, or an idea, people really flock to it. They really give you the support you need right out the gate to help you get off to a good foot and put you in the right spot. A lot of people are starting businesses, people are becoming real estate agents, people are becoming doctors, people are becoming landscaping people, and people love to help others who really want to do for themselves in this area. And that is a huge highlight to coming out here, bringing your ideas, and seeing exactly how it can work out for you. It's not that big of a city, so it's really good to test things out here. A lot of people really try things out here first, knowing that there's a low failure rate, but at the same time giving it their all and doing the best that they can to be the best they can in the area. Grand Rapids boasts a low unemployment rate of around 3.5%, which is below the national average of 4.1%. That's according to Everything Midwest and the livability list. Now, along with the thriving market, we have some really great thriving companies. We have companies such as Herman Miller, Steelcase, Amway, Gordon Food Service, and a plethora of other places that are doing well in the economy, that have a lot of demand for jobs. There's formerly Spectrum, Corewell Health is hiring for people in the health industry. You can definitely find a position and be able to work your way up, and it's a huge highlight to people who are coming to the area. Another company worth mentioning is going to be Gentex in the automotive industry. You know, Michigan and Detroit is known for the automotive, so you can move right in, get a great job, and it seems like they're always hiring, so that's something to really look out for about the job opportunities here in Grand Rapids. All right, so con number two of West Michigan is going to be in regards to the residential real estate, and that's going to be higher property taxes. Yes, we are sitting at about 1.75%, which is going to be higher than the national average of 1.1%. Now, another thing that we think about as well in this area is going to be that we don't have tax on food from the grocery store, which is a huge perk that saves money. And we do have the ability to return cans for 10 cents, which is the highest amount where you can return returnable goods in the West Michigan area and in Michigan in general. So if you're coming here, just know that some of those expenses are going to be offset in different ways. Now, insurance is a little bit higher, which is a con, but at the same time, we have some of the best insurance out here that does no-fault coverage, which is a great thing. So as you're making your way out, just know that you have to make some of these adjustments, but know that they're going to be taken care of from different angles, and it's a really great deal at the end. All right, pro number 3 is going to be outdoor living activities. That's a huge deal out in the West Michigan area. We get campers, bikers, boaters, skiers, kayakers, canoers, we got fishers. We have everything out here that you could absolutely love being outdoors. We have snowboarders, skiers, we have people who travel to do it. And it's a great thing to know that we have all these outdoor activities for people who want to just be out in nature. Michigan has a lot of beautiful trees, a lot of beautiful forests, a lot of beautiful lakes, and it's really a good highlight come summertime. You literally have something to do all the time. Some of the most beautiful golf courses and places to see in regards to nature. We have nature centers, it seems like everywhere. So if you're a person who loves being outdoors and someone who loves nature, this is definitely a place for you. If you don't like the outdoors and you like that hustle and bustle city life, you can definitely have that, like if you're downtown. But if you like that outdoor stuff, you want to listen to the birds chirp, you can probably hear them in the background now. It's literally like that all the time. You like seeing some of the stars in the sky at nighttime where it gets dark, you can actually see the constellations. You can actually see, not too long ago, we had the Northern Lights, which was absolutely gorgeous out here in the West Michigan area. So if you like nature, you like being outside, Michigan's a place that you absolutely are going to love. And I'm out here now, so you know I'm loving it. That's gonna be pro number 3. All right, now we're going to con number 3, which is going to be West Michigan is not that populated. Now, this may be a good thing. This may be something to look forward to, but it may be something that you don't like because you can't make those connections that you want. And this is really important for people who are kind of growing and making their way up. Some areas out here, at the same time of having thriving economies, some things that people like to do, they're not able to go above that ceiling that they get to because some people outgrow the city. And that happens. So people end up moving to bigger metropolitan cities where their talent takes them further. But like I was saying before, if you're really good at something, you're going to excel. You're definitely going to stand out here. But when you get to those other areas, you can bring the skill that you have to another area, which is a huge deal if you're really trying to push and exceed and do things big in life. So that's one thing that's a con. If you're really trying to be someone who's expanding, expansive, and doing all these elaborate things, we have limited resources in regards to that, unless maybe you're in the medical field where we have a lot of opportunity in the medical field. We have some breakthrough doctors and things like that in the area. So that's another good highlight. If you really like that hometown field, but you want to do good in your industry, this is also a really good choice, in my opinion, for you as far as your lifestyle. All right, this is pro number 4, and it's going to be the people in the area. Now, people have this thing where it's called Michigan nice, and I've recently heard of this, and it's sort of true, but it doesn't apply to everyone. But I can understand how people feel this way, and it's where people in Michigan are just nice all the time. And if you're real about it, I guess no one's really nice all the time, but it's just people here are just a little more friendly. People seem to be nice. They get along well. I don't see too much, riffraff in regards to that type of stuff. I'm sure it happens everywhere. But at the same time, people here are genuinely friendly. Sometimes they're really curious. Sometimes they're just nosy. And it's really one of those things that you have to consider as you're coming out here. I had a client move from Nevada, and he was like, man, I was at the gas station. This guy was like waving at me, and I didn't know what he wanted, so I just hurried in my car and just drove off. And I was like, hey, it's just kind of something that we do, if you wave, sometimes people don't really want anything from you, just saying hi, and that's something that we don't get a lot of. So that small town community feel really resonates with the people here that take a lot of pride in being Michiganians. And it's just a good thing to know that you're in an environment where people are just great. They love living, they love the environment, they take good care of it, and that's something that I'm really proud of with living here in the West Michigan area. All right, I'm going to talk about the last con, which is going to be in regards to real estate as well, and it's that the property values are increasing quickly. The thing about it is we have two different perspectives. We have people who are moving from out of town who look at Michigan and say, wow, this is a really great deal. This is something, a lady from California even sold her house and she was like, I could almost buy 2 of these things in this West Michigan area versus in California. And us here, we look at it as, wow, we have people coming in and purchasing more homes, which are making the values go up because the demand is going up. And people who really come here with cash, or who sold their house to move to the area, are also in for a treat to know that, hey, a lot of people really have their eye on the Grand Rapids area. They want to move here, so that kind of helps with the demand and increases the prices a little bit. Now, the people who live here, who have been here for years and years and years, are used to prices being at a certain point. And since people are coming into the area, it's raising up the prices. So I'm giving you this perspective based on someone who's been here for a while and what people here locally are looking at, because some people are just at the point where they're like, you know what, we're gonna stay put, we're not gonna do much. So that gives an advantage for someone who's moving from out of town into the area to get exactly what they want at a fantastic price. So that's gonna be a con for the people that live here, that prices are going up rapidly, but at the same time, they're building up more equity in their home and people are able to move into comfortable areas. They're able to pull money out of their homes, things like that. And then you have taxes that are also reflected. So it's important to understand that people who are coming in are getting those prices to go up. So it's just a really key note, to keep in mind that as you're moving to the area, you're probably gonna get a good deal if you're from somewhere else other than Michigan, but at the same time, knowing that those prices are going up, it's going to reflect when you do purchase if you're currently in the area. So it's best to be prepared. There's assumable loans out there. There's things that people are able to utilize in order to offset those expenses. Reach out to me if you have any questions. I'm super happy. I love this stuff. I'm kind of a nerd about it, but I love getting this information to you so that way you can help save money in different areas, so that way your expenses are nice and low and you can live great. So that's it. Those are the pros and cons of living in West Michigan and the Grand Rapids area. Again, for things to do and sights to see, this is Live Great TV. I am your official host to Living Great in Grand Rapids and the West Michigan area. My name is Vaughn Grayhouse, and until next time, we will see you on the next video. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, and make sure you get in contact with me if you have any questions. We'll talk to you soon.